The Bible concept of training is a very basic concept. There are verses like train up a child in the way he should go, or raise your children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord, or maybe for the older women to teach the younger women. And we have many times where the Bible talks about us beginning as infants and then moving on to strong meat. And so the concept is just there over and over. In fact, the concept is just woven throughout our entire lifetime. Our whole life seems to be a series of training in one way or the other. An obvious example is starting kindergarten, or maybe you were preschool. And it's a big, overwhelming experience when you enter kindergarten for the first time. There are new people, there are new rules, there are new things to learn, and it just seems so big. And then you get on to the first grade and the second grade, and with the beginning of each one, there's that new people, new rules, new things to learn. And finally, one of these days, you go through the cycle over and over again until you hit 12th grade and graduate. And by the time you get up the ladder a little bit, you look back at the beginning, which at one time seemed so overwhelming, looked just so big and scary, and it just looks so simplistic. You know, the senior who graduates looks back at kindergarten and may even wonder, why was that even necessary? It's so simple. It's so elementary. And so each step is taken, and each step is doable. And we live life, and we grow, we develop, and we have these wonderful experiences. Now, one of the things I like to point out is that every time you start the cycle over again, it's awkward. There's something different about it. It's not the same old, same old. You've got some new people, new rules, new experiences, new surroundings. And for a few minutes, you're like, oh, I don't know. So the kid that graduates, he graduates, and he's like, man, I own life. And then he goes off to college, and he goes, whoa, wait, this is a whole new ball game. By the time he gets to his fourth year of college, or a little further, depending on what his study track is, he's like, oh yeah, I've got this. Or maybe you got your graduate who goes off into the workplace. Now he's back on the bottom of the ladder, right? Kind of kindergarten of sorts. And he's like, oh man, this is so overwhelming. I'll never get this job. 6 months later, he's doing it and not even thinking about it hardly. It's become routine. You see, all of these beginnings, they're scary, but all they do is they require training. All you got to do is get in there and stick with it, go through the cycle, be patient with yourself, and it is amazing where you can go. We sing a song, one step at a time, dear Savior, I cannot take any more. I'm like, yeah, I can't. That's all I can take, one step at a time. Now, I might be able to walk all the way around Walmart, but I have to do it one step at a time. That's all I can do it. That's all anybody can do it. You know, every expert was once a beginner. There's no big deal about that. But we do have to be persistent. We got to persist. We got to hang in there. We got to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And if we fall down and we stumble, we get back up. James 3:2 says we stumble in many things. Okay, get over it. Get comfortable with stumbling, because you're going to do it. Just be of the mindset that when I do, I'm going to learn what I did wrong. I'm going to grow from it, and I'm going to keep moving forward. That's that taking that step forward. That's all training is. Getting this step right and going to the next one. Now I'm a beginner all over again. That's okay. I'm going to get that one right, and I'm going to go to the next one. And I'm going to be a beginner all over again. That's okay. That is the process. That is the cycle of learning. And there is no magic. Look, if you catch a break sometime, that's wonderful. If you get a little shortcut, maybe, that's fine. But until the shortcut shows up, then just do the training. Just do the one step at a time and just persist and stay with it. And if you do happen to come across something that saves you some time, absolutely take advantage of it. But don't sit on the sidelines going, well, I'll start my training when my fairy godmother comes along and sprinkles magic dust all over my life. Because you'll spend your whole life on the sidelines. And, well, eternity definitely won't be any better. So there's a little something to think about, something to weave into your day and the process of your life as you move forward. Put your comments below if you'd like. And as always, have a great day.